Extreme Rules. This show takes place this coming Sunday, and it is going to go head-to-head with Game 2 of the NBA Finals. And in the WWE pay-per-view era, that's a huge blow for the company. Because, that finals are very hot this year. Everyone's talking about it. And you have to go head-to-head with it. It's going to be a huge hit. But now, under your network era, you already have everyone's subscription anyway. And, the thing is, I don't think this is certainly not the kind of show that's going to get anyone interested in signing up for the network. I think the audience you already have is so big that this kind of show will not bring anyone new. I think you have your main core audience that you're going to have for a while. So I don't think WWE is going to take any hit from this. So let's talk about the show. If you follow my reviews, if you've been watching my channel, I have not enjoyed Monday Night Raw the last few weeks. I think the show has been absolutely horrific. I think it's been extremely boring. I think it's been dreadful. I do not like any of the storylines. I'm not interested in any of the characters right now. I find the show very boring, very hard to just sit through. It's hard to sit through that show. I always have to change the channel. I do not like anything they're doing. I am bored to death. The ratings are in the shitter. The ratings are the drizzling shits. It is fucking garbage how bad those ratings are. And it's a reflection of how bad the product is. And unfortunately, they can keep blaming cord cutting. They can blame DVRs. They can blame people. It's the summer. People are going to go on the beach and not into bars. And, they don't want to sit around watching wrestling. Of course, they're going to blame the NBA Finals, and they're even going to blame the Stanley Cup Finals, the hockey. Yeah, hockey is not really very popular in the United States, but they'll probably blame that too. It's just, man, Raw sucks. It really sucks, and I am not looking forward to this show at all. I have very low expectations for the show. I am not digging it. I am not enjoying the product, and my expectations are very low. You could surprise some people. I can see times when you might have some really good matches. In particular, that of course the main event, the cage match will probably be good. But the problem with the cage match, it's just built up for Jeff Hardy's big spot, and the submission match might be really good. But I'm just not invested in any of the storylines or any of the characters, and it's going to be hard to sit through. So I suppose we start. Let's start with the match that's not on the show, but it'll probably be added, or it could be added. Maybe it doesn't. Goldust and R-Truth. I'll be really quick. I'm picking Goldust if that match happens. So that's my prediction is Goldust. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But there's a chance it gets bumped onto the show. Now let's get to the actual card. The first match I'm going to talk about is a match. I think there's also a good chance this gets added to the pre-show, because if the Goldust Truth match doesn't happen, this will probably be the pre-show match, and that's Rich Swann and Sasha Banks against Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. Sasha Banks is done. She came up to the main roster. There was so much hype around her. She was going to be a huge star. I thought she was going to be a superstar. I thought she was going to be one of the biggest stars in the company. She wins the belt, then she gets bitched out by Charlotte. She becomes Charlotte's little bitch. And that's not a thing. Charlotte's great, but I thought the booking, they made Sasha just, the way they booked her in those promos and the matches, they just made her to be, Charlotte's bitch. And then, of course, now she's fallen off the face of the earth, and she's arm candy for Rich Swann. So Sasha Banks is now arm candy for Rich Swann. That is a fall from the highest of highs. That is a fall from grace. That is a nosedive. That is a career just taking a gigantic nosedive. That is, yeah. I don't even care about this match. I can give two fucks. I'm going to go with the heels. I think they're going to push him. I think, I remember Sasha Banks helped Swann win on Raw. So I'm going to go with the heels. I think they're going to give a big push. I think or not a huge push. I think they want Noam Dar and Alicia Fox to be this heel mixed duo. So I'm going to go with the heels to win. I'm going to go with Dar and Fox. Then let's go to the Cruiserweight Championship match. Submission match. This can potentially steal the show. This can be really, really good. Austin Aries has beaten Neville on Raw last Monday, so that, usually whenever that happens, you might want to just go with the other guy to win. since that's the 50-50 booking at its finest, beat someone on Raw, then the other guy's probably winning on the pay-per-view. That's how they usually book things. But I think Austin Aries really should win this match. I'm going to go with Neville. I think Neville retains, but I wouldn't shock me to see Aries win. That's a toss-up in my opinion. That can go either way. Match could be really good. Then we go to the steel cage match, which is the Hardy Boys defending the tag titles against Sheamus and Cesaro. Probably be really good. Probably be really entertaining. But the problem with this match is this does happen to the Hardys a bit. Whenever you see a Hardys match, especially like a stipulation match, it's hard to really care so much about what's happening during the match. It's all being built up for the big Jeff Hardy dive, the big Jeff Hardy, jump. So you're gonna do the Swanton bomb from the top of the cage. I hope he doesn't do that whisper in the wind from the top of the cage. He once did it on Monday Night Raw to Umaga one time, and that was just crazy. It was just a crazy spot. I literally thought, that could have killed him if he lands wrong. So, there's going to be a huge Jeff spot. Maybe that's what costs them the match. They've been putting the Hardys so strong as of late. They beat Cesaro and Sheamus every single week. They've had Jeff beat Cesaro. They've had Jeff beat Sheamus in singles matches. Matt beat Cesaro. Matt beat Sheamus. They've had them they beat them at the Payback show. So, they've been booking the Hardys to be so dominant. You think Cesaro and Sheamus are winning, but, I think they're booking the Hardys just to make them really dominant. And this is a hard match to predict. Another toss-up. A very difficult match to predict. I am going to go with the Hardys. I'm going to say they retain the belts. But, it wouldn't shock me in one bit to see Cesaro and Sheamus to win. Either way, there's a good chance either team's going to win. And I think that, that's really a good thing. So it does bring you a lot of unpredictability. And then we go to one of the worst gimmicks on the whole show, the the kendo stick on a pole match, Alexa Bliss and Bayley. This was a good feud. I love Alexa Bliss. Love her work. I think she's great. I think she is a goddess. That should be her gimmick because she is a goddess. She looks like a goddess. She is just drop dead gorgeous, and she's great on the mic. A lot of charisma. She's okay in the ring, not great, not really good in the ring, not like on the level of the Four Horsewomen, but she's decent in the ring. She can have a good match. Her and Bayley had a good match at Payback. They had not a great match, but it was a really good women's match. So they've been pushing the hell out of her. She's really going to be a star. However, that fucking This Is Your Life segment killed my interest in this match. That match was fucking trash, or that whole segment was trash. That was just terrible. That was a disaster. That sucked in the worst way. Whoever wrote that should have been fired. That was just one of the worst segments they've had on Monday Night Raw in quite some time. I thought that was even worse than the fucking Old Day segment. That Old Day segment everyone hates. This was even worse. It was. I thought it was even worse than that Mick Foley This Is Your Life with John Cena. That was just ugh. This is the fourth This Is Your Life. They had Rock. I don't even want to talk about that anymore. And that killed my interest in this match. So, Bayley, of course, I really liked. They've been completely bitching out Bayley. They've had Bayley be Alexa's bitch for a while. They had Alexa beat her in her hometown, pin her cleanly in the middle of the ring. Then they had Alexa beat her on Raw. And then the last couple weeks, they've had Alexa beat her up with a kendo stick, just whack her in the back. That makes you think, Bayley's winning, right? When they bitch her out that much, but I don't think so. I think they love Alexa as they should. And I think Nia Jax interferes. So, I think Nia Jax comes out and attacks Bayley, costs Bayley the match, and I think Alexa and Nia become like this Shawn Michaels and Diesel kind of a duo, or recently even like an AJ Lee and Tamina kind of thing. Intercontinental title match. So if Ambrose loses, he is disqualified. So you think this match is for sure ending in disqualification, and what I think is probably going to happen is there's going to be interference. I think happens first. We already saw Miz do that thing when he attacked the Drifter, and that showed Ambrose, he attacks his opponent so it can screw over Ambrose and get Ambrose disqualified. So I think it's probably going to happen as we see first, before I get to my prediction is, I think Maurice during the match she tries to attack the Miz or something, and the ref decides to, not going to fall for it. He sends Maurice to the back. So then it's Miz and Ambrose. I think as the match is going on, Ambrose is going to win. He looks like he's going to finish Miz with the Dirty Deeds or something. Miz gets out of the ring, and then all of a sudden Elias Sampson comes and attacks the Miz, hits him over the head of the guitar, maybe that old Jeff Jarrett guitar spot. That was one of the more memorable spots they would always do. I think they do that, and I think Miz wins by DQ because Elias Sampson attacks him, the Drifter. So, Drifter sucks. I think that guy's fucking trash. I think he sucks, in my opinion. But they seem to be pushing him for some reason. Now, the main event. The match will probably be a great match. I can see this match going on for very long. I can see it being a long 30, 35-minute kind of match because they're going to have a lot of times. It's not a big card, not a lot of matches. They're probably going to go all out, tear it up, beat the hell out of each other, try to tear the host down. It can go a lot of ways. Roman Reigns is not winning. I do not think Roman Reigns is winning. I'd love for him to win, even though you guys know I hate Roman Reigns. I think he is. I'm just sick and tired of seeing him. I just wish he'd disappear. I am sick to death of him, and I don't see him winning. I'd like for him to win so he can get that Brock match over with. But since he's going to beat Brock at WrestleMania next to Rihanna, that's the plan. Everyone in their fucking mind knows he's going to have his 4th fucking WrestleMania main event, his 3rd consecutive coronation when he beats Brock in New Orleans next year. I am not looking forward to that. I hope. I mean, the fans are going to do everything. They're going to try and change WWE's mind. WWE's going to say, fuck you, we're putting Roman Reigns over. It's time to get Big Dog over. So, he won't win. He's not winning this match. No fucking way is he winning this match. Seth Rollins, there's a decent chance Rollins wins. I think Rollins might even be the favorite to win. I think he could win. And he's one of the 2 main favorites to win. Other guys in the match, Bray Wyatt, don't see him winning. I can't see him. I think they'd squash Bray in the match. I think Bray is just dead. I mean, I don't even want to talk about Bray anymore. It's a lost cause. I mean, wins and losses don't matter. Bullshit. Fuck that. Wins and losses do fucking matter. And of course, they've killed Bray Wyatt. He's supposed to be this monster, this scary guy. And of course, he just loses every fucking big match. Samoa Joe's a possibility. If I ranked the most likely, Reigns would be the 5th most likely. 4th would probably be Joe, or Bray Wyatt. 3rd would be Joe. There's a chance Joe wins. I think him and Brock is a kind of a dream match to some people. I think him and Brock can have a very fun match. I'd like to see it a lot. I'd love for Joe to win, but I don't see him winning. And the 2nd and the 2 most likely for sure are Rollins. I'd put 2nd, I think, in my pick. My pick to win this match, the guy who I think is going to win this match, I'm going to go with Finn Balor. I think Balor takes this. I think that Heyman thing was designed for this match because the Paul Heyman thing, it could work if they have him face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I don't think they want to make it too obvious, but at SummerSlam, I've read from reports Braun Strowman's going to be back and it's going to be Brock and Braun at SummerSlam. So I don't see that match at SummerSlam. I see it happening right now, and I think Brock will beat Finn at Great Balls of Fire, that fucking name. So I think that match has to happen now because you had Heyman tease it. I mean, could they save it till Survivor Series? I don't think they would wait that long for Survivor Series. I think it's happening at the July show, and I'm going to go with Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor takes this. I'm going to go Balor's my pick to win. Wouldn't surprise me to see Braun Strowman beat up Roman Reigns during the match, Coughlin match, but I'm going to go with Balor, and I think you're going to see Brock and Balor as the next big match in the summer. So he'll probably pin Bray Wyatt. That's who I think. I think he pins Bray, and I think he takes this. So my expectations are very low. Hopefully we got a good show. That's all I can hope for. I mean, very low expectations. Maybe the show surprises me, but I am not looking forward to this show at all.